everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Starberry vlog. Hi, Ben. Hi, Nitin.
Hi, Di.
Hello, Diana.
Today, we are going to go through a few of the tools we use to create awesomeness and deliver results at Starberry in digital marketing.
For SEO, one of the main tools that we love using is the stuff that Google offers. So you have your Google Search Console and analytics, which form the basis of whenever we report stuff. But then we also recognize the fact that sometimes that's not enough. Understand that Google has its limitations as well. And that's why local SEO is something we really love and we promote quite a bit. We use Ahrefs for it, which gives us a very detailed view on how it's performing at a local level. But apart from that, there are these standard tools that we use that we can actually go ahead and compare with Google Analytics to get the best results. For example, AWS Cloud, SEMrush, SEO Surfer is another one that we've recently added to our product mix. So for SEO, I think it's not enough to rely just on one source, that is Google. It's good to have like multiple sources, each with its own specialization that can really give you what you need and a better understanding. And it gives, what it does is more than giving you an understanding of how things are going, it allows you to plan, optimize, and move forward. So what do you do with these results? So if you have proper results, you get to plan for the next quarter or for the next month on developing some of these keywords or sources that you need to focus on.
One of my favorites, Di, as Nitin has just mentioned, AWS Cloud. Obviously, if you get the addiction for SEO, it's all about finding those phrases and those terms. And you just keep looking, you keep keying into Google over and over again. And the beauty of AWS Cloud is that you can actually have all your primary keywords listed, and it shows you your greens of, you've moved up to page 1 or whatever position in page 1. It also shows Google Maps, which I think is great, so that you can see in tandem your efforts on both organic and local SEO. And you can filter them really well by the different types of keyword phrases you're targeting. So I know the whole team, hang off it. And it's also great because it updates, I think, pretty well almost instantaneously or weekly, maybe, I can't remember, but it's a regular thing. And it's a really interactive tool. So that's definitely one of my favorites, always has been.
What about tools we use for content?
Well, my favorite has to be frame.io. Because, back in the day when we used to develop videos, it was a huge pain because we had to create a copy, put it up, use Google Drive or, Dropbox to actually send these videos across. And then the client actually has to go through every second, mark down 0.36 seconds. That's where I want you to make this change, etc., and send it back to us. And then we would receive it maybe a day later, download the whole file, then change it, upload it again, and send it over. It was like madness. It used to take so much time because of the rendering and uploading that we needed to do. But with frame.io, you just send them the link and you upload the file once. You have multiple versions at the same location, which actually shows you what has been done before for easy reference. And the best part is they get to just comment in at the point where they want something changed, and we get it almost immediately. So then there's no need for us to wait for the client to send it us, because all this happens in real time. So it has just reduced the amount of time you spend.
I think one of the things that, beyond the post-it note kind of little, comments in emails that were all over the shop, what I love about it is, other than you just start typing and it stops it literally at that point of you typing, I can also see a little picture of Nitin that he might have written the same thing, so that before I waste everyone's time writing the exact same comment, you can see all the little icons of, little avatars of everyone who's written in there and what their comments are. And you can also, as Nitin said, refer back, because I think it's really important. You might have given your feedback. You can't completely remember how it's changed, so you can flip back and forward. And obviously video, one of the biggest things with video is the size of files. So having to send a video to someone, then download it with WeTransfer or whatever, this kind of thing, they just get a link, they click on the link and they start collaborating in the space. So it is definitely, I mean, that was one of Russ's great finds, and we're very grateful for that. The other one that I think we, the royal we as a whole company, absolutely love and just wish we had shares in, is Canva. I mean, Canva, I think, is every single company should have used Canva. It makes Photoshop, that used to be the sort of god in the design world, pale into insignificance as far as I'm concerned. The stuff that you can do in Canva in terms of creating presentations that are all fully interactive, or social posts, or ads, literally any format of digital kind of advertising, you can do that, and you can drag and drop video. It's got a wealth of stock if you need it. It's got all the sort of embedded ways of pulling in PDFs and Google Maps or whatever it may be that you want in there. I mean, Nitin, you probably can think of a bunch of other things it does.
Yeah, I mean, the best part is, like, there's no excuse anymore that I'm not a designer. Everyone's a designer with Canva, and we've been doing some great stuff with it. So we've given access to clients as well, so that we create a template and then they can use that template going forward for social media, so that there are different templates and different styles available for the client to choose from, so that a brand consistency is maintained. We can build out brand kits in Canva, so that whoever's using it know exactly what colors to use, what fonts to use. So that consistency is maintained all the way throughout.
Coming to the most important part, maybe for digital marketing, what we use for reporting is quite key, isn't it, for the performance of campaigns? So talk a bit about that.
Well, on social media, it becomes very easy to get lost with all the kinds of stuff that you can say. Like, it reached so many thousands of people, you had so many impressions, so many link clicks, etc. But at the end of the day, what we need to really understand is what's the kind of impact that we've been having. And what we use from our end is we use Buffer as a tool to really, check what's going on, to schedule posts, etc. And even Canva, which we mentioned earlier, is an integral part of how we handle our social media, because Canva now has the option for us to schedule posts as well from the app itself. So you have calendars that you can create that go out. And in terms of monitoring, you have the Facebook analytics side of things, you have Facebook Business Suite, etc., which actually gives you all the data that you need. It's all about learning to prioritize which ones actually make sense, and how to really use the Facebook Pixel to really track and attribute all the leads that you have.
Of course, the thing that we're most excited by is that we've finally decided that we wanted to create our own attribution report. And what this does is, if there is a web service or an API that we can connect with, which pretty well all the tools that we talk about, Facebooks and Googles and Twitters and Instagrams and YouTubes and email software, they all have this capability. So we pulled it into one report, so that instead of you having to look in multiple different places, you can just come into that report, and it's, again, refreshing very regularly, and you can start working out exactly what channel, what aspect, what post is performing, not performing, pulled all into one simple report that our digital marketing guys can actually give you a sort of executive summary on. And then also you can dig a lot deeper, even your Google local. So if you've got multi-branch agency, you can see each and every post each and every local map, and how it's performing, how many calls, how many, inquiries generally. So that's a fantastic tool that we're very excited by.
There you go. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Nitin, for this roundup of just a few of the tools Starberry has in its toolkit. But we will let you discover more when we talk to you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
See you later.